Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Danny. Hope you guys are having a good weekend, staying safe and quarantined. Now, the point of today's video is to go over the S&P 500 and go over the watch list for this coming week. I only have two stocks on the watch list, and I want to talk about SPY real quick, just to guys give you a little insight of what might happen with the S&P 500 on a technical basis and a fundamental basis. So we've seen a crazy rally these past 2 to 3 weeks in the S&P. I think we had a rebound of over 30% off its lows that it made during this pandemic. And we're seeing some really strong, higher lows with higher highs. And we blew past the 50% retracement. Now we're headed for the 61.8% retracement, which is at 292.92. Next resistance after this is also a resistance level, or right. Next resistance is around 300. After that is that 313.35 level. If we go and look right here, 313.35, we see some resistance around 300, around this level right here, some resistance, 299, 300. And we might see a little bit of more push up before we can finally see when earnings come out. So we might see a bit of a push up before earnings come out from Apple, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, Facebook, and then we might see that trickle down unless we do get obviously some more news, some bad news, maybe an extended lockdown or whatever. But buying pressure is starting to weaken, guys. On the longer term chart, I'll show you guys in another video. On a longer term chart, the MACD is starting to cool off, and we might see it's getting ready. It's setting up. It's getting ready to kind of come back down, at least in the short term. And if we have some bad news, that might cause increased panic with bigger volatility in the markets. And usually, big volatility usually happens when the market is selling off, right? So that's my insight on SPY. We're going to see how this week plays out and how next week plays out. I do expect still a lot of volatility. So we're going to see what happens. Now let's get to the watch list. So let me go over Disney real quick. Disney, pretty good stock. It's been holding up these levels, but you see I've drawn out some key levels right here. And these are support and resistance levels. Right here, we have a 109.40 resistance level. This is a level that kind of has trouble getting past, right? And we might see a nice push up if it can break this level, because that would mean it would break this level, break that level, bam, and then it might push up maybe to 110. You can get in for a quick scalp on calls. And I'm waiting to see if there's a lot of buying volume at these levels before I make a trade on it. And obviously I'm going to be looking at the S&P 500, the SPY. If the SPY keeps pushing up, if Disney keeps pushing up, there's a lot of buying pressure. I will enter for a quick scalp on calls. I don't want to swing in this market. Anything can happen. There's a lot of volatility. So swinging is still risky, in my opinion. Now, that play might not work. It might work. It could work. But what if it goes down? That's why I've set up and also support level right here at this 104.30 level. The reason for that is because on Friday, you see that we saw a big dip and kind of stopped right at this level, kind of was consolidating, hit that level twice on the 15-minute chart, consolidated and pushed higher, right? We see on April 9th that this was also a support level as well, that around that 104.30 level. It would get here, bounce, right? Kind of break below it, but then bounced ultimately and just started trading at or above that level after that, right? Right here, we see another bounce. So that's a pretty good level to keep in mind. If it does break below that level with the help of SPY, you want to look at how the general market is doing. If SPY is going down, Disney might continue down if it does break that support level. And we could see the next support being maybe this 102.7 level, as you see right here. This was support. Right here, this was, it turned into a resistance. Old resistance turned to new support. So if it breaks down there, we could see a nice move down, another leg down to maybe 101 or 100. So I am setting, keeping that, I have alerts on, and I'm watching those levels to either enter calls or puts. Now let's get into the next play, which is Visa. Okay, Visa. I think Visa is going to be the better play, just because it's kind of trading lower than how the SPY is trading, and there is some support and resistance levels with nice gaps. So you can make nice plays with potentially make nice plays with Visa in terms of percentage. So if you guys notice, I have my first resistance set up at 171.15, and I have a support set at 164.85, or my alerts set up at those levels. And the reason being is because if we look over here for these days, we see that Visa has a hard time pushing above these levels. We see it right here, couldn't get it, tries again, couldn't get it, and just gaps down to this support level, 164.85, as you see. Comes over here again, this pre-market on Friday, comes to that level again, can't pass it, comes down to that 164.85 level. At the end of the day, does trade higher. Didn't touch back this level. So with the help of SPY, obviously, we could see a push maybe towards the next resistance, which is around 175, right up here, if we do break this level with a good amount of buying pressure. Now, again, that support area is there. If it does break, I will enter puts. Obviously, if the market is going down. So what I mean by the market is SPY. You always want to look at SPY before entering a trade, see how SPY reacts. And, SPY could help you better lay out a trade, map it out. So if SPY is going down, if Visa does tank, and there's a lot of selling going on around this level and it breaks it, we might see a nice trickle down to maybe 162, or maybe these lows even at 160 to 162. It would be a quick day trade, so it would be in and out, because as I said, swinging in this market is still pretty risky in my opinion. But yes, if the market does keep holding up, the economy is doing pretty poorly right now. So, and SPY just keeps pushing up. I won't be surprised if on Monday or this week it does push up, letting Visa push higher above this level, pushing higher above this level and going back up to here. And that could be a quick trade for you guys. You guys could use this watch list. Go ahead and place the alerts on your chart. If you guys have any questions or comments, please leave them down in the comment section. I'll try to answer as many as I can. Leave your watch list below. I'll take a look at those watch lists. Right now, I only have 2 stocks on my watch list. And we're going to see how SPY plays out this week. It's going to be a very interesting week. All right, guys. So leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.